Didn't look like it needed to be on like a very, that didn't make any sense. When did you get that? Hello, what's up? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to be testing out some more TikTok food hacks because I cannot get enough. There are a bunch of new ones that I'm really excited to test out, and then there's one that I'm excited because I've been meaning to do this for a while now. I keep forgetting, but it has been trending like the entire summer, so I'm excited to finally get to try it. And I really enjoy testing out TikTok food hacks. Again, it's just like they keep coming up, I keep saving them. Also, if you come across any that we should test out, leave them down below. If you're new here, welcome, subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. We tested a lot of food recipes and hacks around here, so if you like that kind of stuff, then come and join us. I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm on camera and I put my arms out like this, I feel like a bird. Just thought I'd share that. So let's dive into the first one. And I wanted to start out with something sweet because I felt like it. No rhyme or reason, just it looked really good. It's like a cinnamon roll pancake hybrid thing. And I saw them make it. And without even thinking, all of the ingredients were already in my cart ready to pick up. I don't know how that happened, it just did. And I like cinnamon rolls and I like pancakes. So I feel like this is a no-brainer. I feel like we need to test it. And all we're gonna need for this is some cinnamon roll dough and some pancake batter, which this is prepared and this isn't. Oh, I have to open this. It's going to scare me. I know it is, I'm prepared. Why am I a 5-year-old? This is absolutely ridiculous.
Rachel, it's a cinnamon roll.
Still scared me. Now it is open. We have the 2 ingredients. Let's go over to the stove. All right, so I have my pan right here. You might recognize this from the last video. I'm gonna turn this on medium-low, give it a quick spray. Love how I got like my entire kitchen with that. I don't know what happened there. Then we are going to unravel one of these cinnamon rolls. Now I'm gonna take it and I'm going to unravel it. That was really more fun than I thought it was going to be. And now we're going to wind it back up, but we're going to leave some space in between for, you know, the pancake batter. I need you to stand up properly. Stop caving on me. Okay, now I'm going to take my pancake batter and kind of start in the middle and then go all the way out to the outside. That looks good. I need to add in a little bit of water to help it steam and then cover it until the water evaporates, apparently. I can't see it, so I guess I'll just like keep checking it and then we'll flip it. Okay, it's been about 3.5 minutes. It has finally started to, all the water has dissolved. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna attempt to flip this monstrosity. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful. That is a work of art right there. Okay, we're gonna pour some more water in to help it steam. That basically just dissolved right away. There we go. And cover. I'll check on you in like a minute and then we get to taste test. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. That looks phenomenal. Now, we are going to take the icing that it came with and smear it on while it's still hot, because why not? Oh my goodness, that looks phenomenal. Okay, we need to taste test this now. Christopher, look at this.
Ooh, that looks good.
Right? Why is your head so red?
Had the hat on.
It's fine. It's a cinnamon roll pancake.
An idea whose time has come, surely. Does one do like butter and syrup?
You know what? Let's try it plain first,
Yeah.
and then boost it up with a little butter in it. Boost it.
How was it to make?
Pretty easy. Like, it wasn't difficult. You just kind of stretch a cinnamon roll and pour some batter in it. It looks impressive though,
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
but time consuming. If this is like one serving and you have to make it over and over, like that would be a lot. Could you put it in the oven though? These are the questions.
Could you do several to a pan?
How big is your pan? Oh, what about the flat rectangle one?
Cast iron griddle?
Yeah, like a griddle thing, you could do that. No, you can't. It needs to be covered. You need a lid for it.
Yeah, nope.
Can't do it. But if you are really craving a singular pancake.
I would guess you don't need more than one.
But I don't think so.
Thank you.
I guess we need to try it.
You're going right for the heart, eh?
Well, obviously, that's the best part. It cooked all the way through, which is something I was a little concerned about. That was a whole weird experience.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think I like it.
I mostly got cinnamon roll that time, so I need one that has
Really?
more.
Mine was quite pancakey.
Okay. There's more pancake, I guess, around the outside than on the inside. Can you imagine this with like homemade cinnamon roll dough?
Yeah. You know what it's missing? You gotta roll it up a bit tighter and then dunk it in batter and deep fry it. I feel like at minimum it needs butter. In a pinch, I could eat a pancake without maple syrup. But like, without butter? No. Just don't
Not
bother.
even a chance. That's so much butter. Very pleased. I can't imagine making a lot of these though. So again, this is a specific craving thing or for like 2 people max. This is delicious. Let's not share this.
It's really good with the butter, obviously.
Stop. That was legal.
Time to gild the lily further.
Why not? Now it's missing whipped cream.
Yeah, and like a
Like
strawberry reduction.
Strawberries, yeah. That is insane.
It's a little sweet. No, butter is the way. It doesn't actually need maple syrup.
I don't mind the maple syrup with it.
Drowns out the other flavors for me.
I disagree. That is very good. You want to be impressive. This is really pretty. It's pretty and delicious, but not for like a crowd. You just, I don't know how you do it.
This is just at home feeling sad.
No, this is a happy food.
That's how I would eat it.
Glad we have more of this dough. I'm gonna make this again.
That's really good. Butter, just butter though. Doesn't need maple syrup.
That's so good. Now I want to move on to a hack that I came across and I think it's just so innovative or just really dumb. I haven't decided yet. But I love the concept behind it because it involves sweet potatoes, which I love. But if any of you out there also enjoy sweet potatoes, you know how long these things take to cook. It's forever. So what I saw on TikTok is someone took slices of it like toast, put it in their toaster, and then you could put butter on it, you could put avocado on it, you could just salt and pepper it, be delicious. And it's supposed to cook all the way through. You just need to set it at a much higher temperature. They said to put it at the max, I guess not temp, but amount of time, the setting that you have on your toaster, and then it should pop out and be like fluffy and delicious. And I'm like,
Yeah, I want to go to there.
I need that in my belly right now, so let's do it. So I have my knife, my sweet potato. I'm gonna try and like cut it into like toast-like shape. You know, I can't make it too thin. This is gonna be all wobbly. I need it to hold its structure a bit, but not too thick because then it's not going to cook all the way through. You like that thick? Do I need to peel? I probably need to peel this. I didn't think that through. I mean, would it be fine? Yeah, it would. Will it be better without the skin? Yeah, it will. Love this OXO, I don't know what this is called. Peeler, there's the word. Not sponsored, I just really like it. Okay, let's do one more slice? Maybe we'll do one more slice. So I have one that's thicker, or the one that's a little bit thinner. We'll see how they cook, how they hold, all that good stuff. So let's go and put this in a toaster. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. All right, we have my toast, if you will. I'm gonna crank up the amount of time to halfway. I'm not going all the way, I wanna check on it. And off they go, to be toasted. Goodbye. All right, quick update. They just popped and it was just like barely warm slices of sweet potato. Ignore my toaster, it's dirty, I know. Priorities, people. So I'm putting them in for a little longer and I will let you know approximately how long it's gonna take and what kind of settings we should be looking at to see if this actually works. So far, it's taken a while. Okay, you guys can see how high I set it the second time around and they're just warm. So I guess I'll do it again at the highest level. Guess that girl wasn't wrong. You really do need all the time there. All right, bye sweet potatoes. Be cooked this time. All right, so I took the thinner one out. It needed another almost 2 full times at level 5 for my toaster anyway. And then it started to get a little burny on the outside, but it feels like it's cooked all the way through. So I'm gonna put some butter on it and we're gonna taste test it. Also, I think this one might be done as well. Next time, I think I'm going to lay it horizontal in the toaster versus vertical, because obviously you can see the bottom part got a lot more cooked than the top. But let's give it a go. All right, put some butter on it, a little salt, a little pepper, and let's see what these taste like. Oh, okay, the thinner one is cooked all the way through. Important. The sweet potato is cooked. I mean, it took a little longer than I had anticipated, but I mean, it did work. This hack would make me eat sweet potato more and be more likely to cook it. Because if it's in a whole form, it takes too long. This is faster than that. And it looks like the thicker one is also cooked through. Yeah, it worked. I'm impressed. It's delicious. Love when that happens. This one made me really nervous and I'm excited that it worked. Okay, now we're gonna be making the recipe that I missed the first time around when it was super popular, and that is pasta chips. When I first saw it, I was just like, crunchy, stale tasting pasta? Like, no. But the more people I saw trying it and also being skeptical and then ending up loving it, I was like, maybe I need to try these then. So I feel like we need to try these together and just see what all the fuss is about. So I've cooked up and drained a bunch of pasta here. We're gonna put this in a bowl with some olive oil, some Parmesan spices, and then we're gonna air fry it. Oh, I haven't used my air fryer in so long. Oh, I'm so excited. So first some olive oil. I don't know, that looks good. And then I have here just an Italian spice blend. We're just gonna put some of that in. I don't wanna overkill it. We'll start with that, as well as a bunch of freshly grated Parmesan. And then we're gonna toss it. Just gonna use my hands. Ooh, also need salt and pepper, obviously. A little salt, a little pepper. Yeah, lots of pepper. Give it a tossed. Can't speak English today. I don't know why I didn't use tongs at the beginning, but I didn't want to wash my hands again. And now we are going to stick this in the air fryer. Where are you, air fryer? What was the name, Chris, that you guys liked for the air fryer? It had something to do with Robin Hood. Maybe that was a different appliance.
It'll come to me.
I just remember I didn't like it. So we are going to put this into the air fryer, 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. And then we have chips. Chips to dip. Who doesn't love that? Oh, and also I need to toss it at about the 5-minute mark or so. When they said in the video, they said,
Cook at 400 for 10 minutes and then make sure to toss it at the halfway mark.
and if you're anything like me, I would have entirely missed the last part of that. I would have been like, 10 minutes, done. I will do that. It'd be so much easier for me to be like,
Cook 5 minutes, turn it. Cook it 5 minutes more.
didn't look like it needed to be on like a very specific level. That didn't make any sense. Christopher, when did you get that?
Been waiting to debut this one.
Unbelievable.
You're tough. Crowd likes it.
I can't believe how did I miss that?
I laundered it myself.
I was gonna say, I was like, I do all the laundry. I don't understand. Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a good shirt.
Shirt is spoken.
Any other appliances I should know of?
I don't have any other appliance-related t-shirts at this time.
Not yet. Unbelievable. You're ridiculous. Okay. 400 for 5 minutes. And then we'll check it. See how it's looking. Haha, just kidding. Make sure you heat up your air fryer first. I got distracted and forgot what I was doing. That's a crucial step. I just wanted to mention that because now I'm just sitting here waiting for this to heat up so that I can make said pasta chips. So, see you in a bit. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. They are not that crisp. Let's smoosh them around a bit and we're gonna try this again. Let's see if they can crisp up a bit. Back you go. Final result, they are very brown. They are burnt or just crispy? These are the questions. Apparently I used way too much oil. There's like oil cooling at the bottom. Ah! It's okay. It's okay. No one got burnt. I'm fine. Everything's fine. But way less oil next time. Remember, Rachel, air fryer doesn't need oil. And I have like a little pesto for dipping. Ooh, Chris, do you want to try some of this? I made pasta chips.
Pasta chips.
Yes. Pasta, good. Chips, good. Pasta chips?
Good.
Don't quote Friends having not seen it.
I'm just re-quoting you.
So I saw these and I was like, that's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be stale pasta. But everyone says I am wrong. So here's hoping. I guess I should try it first without the dip, but everyone seems to dip them. It's very hot. Why? Why do you make me do that?
Everyone is wrong.
No, I'm sad. I'm gonna be honest, I much prefer Tostitos. Or pasta. This, I'm not getting it. It just tastes like stale pasta.
No, these are bad.
This is bod pasta.
Very bad.
It's very bod. This was disappointing. I'm disappointed, TikTok. I'm sorry you had to try that with me.
Me too.
It's okay, the next one's gonna be better.
Okay.
All right, now onto a recipe that I saw on my For You page, and I was scrolling through and I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks like old school, like tasty videos or So Yummy, you know, like those types of videos. And that is the creation of a popcorn bowl. Not a bowl of, actually it is a bowl of popcorn, but it's a bowl of popcorn in a bowl of popcorn. I know, I'm very excited too. So we need 2 bowls, obviously. One is going to fit kind of snugly into the other one to create the formation of the bowl. It's gonna be chocolate flavored, it's gonna be so good. But I'm gonna learn from the video that I saw online, and I'm actually going to spray this bowl first so the popcorn and chocolate don't stick to it, as well as the bottom of this one. Because they struggled trying to get that bowl out of the first bowl to make it a standalone bowl. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say bowl in this segment. It's gonna be a lot though. So first things first, let's spray them. Upside down. Done. God, my hand's so greasy. Now I'm going to take some popcorn that I already have existing. I was gonna make popcorn and I was like, oh no, I already have a bag. We're gonna put it in. So we want a bottom to it, but we also want sides. So let's make the base like that. That's good. And then we're gonna put the popcorn around the outside. And I chose to do it this way instead of like smooshing the bowl in because I knew that would end up with popcorn pieces everywhere. I mean, there are still popcorn pieces everywhere, so this is not a not messy process. But I mean, it's popcorn, it's like inherently messy. All right, that looks good. Now we need to melt some white chocolate. I have some leftover white chocolate chips from the making of reverse chocolate chip cookies, which my lovely mother-in-law makes for me because she's so sweet. I don't know how much white chocolate is needed, but I'm gonna start with this and sort of pour it slowly around until I'm seeing that it's like taking a bowl form. And then if I need to make more, I'll make more. Just have some coffee while I wait. I need a straw. There we go. Much better. Oh, and it's done. Oh, not done. Not even close to done. Try again. And white chocolate is so finicky sometimes. It's just like you melt it and then it's like this perfect. And if you put like 1 second more, it's just completely gone. Completely unusable. Please don't overcook. Please don't overcook. And I know it's also white chocolate chips, which also melts differently because of the way that they're formed. I do have a brick of white chocolate, so in hindsight, I probably should have used that, but we'll see. I'm gonna go very slow with the white chocolate. It's very delicate, like a flower. I think she's ready. So let's pour this in, see what happens. The chocolate doesn't pour well. What is happening? Okay, maybe it's not melted yet. All right, let's attempt this now. Okay, this isn't working. I'm gonna have to use the brick. This is not pouring at all. Awesome. Okay, I thinned it out with some coconut oil. I think we're good now. I'm definitely going to need more though. I'm trying to go really slow. It's not traveling down the way that I expected it to. This isn't gonna hit the bottom. And if I'm not careful, this side is gonna Okay, I'm gonna have to use the brick. Don't really have a lot of options here. Yeah, this is like way too thick. Okay, hang on. All right. I think I got it. It was a lot of work. White chocolate, I tell you what. This day wasn't about you, white chocolate. So I'm pretty sure it's entirely covered in white chocolate. It doesn't look like it on camera, but it is fully coated right down to the bottom. So it should be good to go once we put, you know, other popcorn in it. But it does need to set. So I'm gonna stick it in the fridge to let it set and cool down, which should be okay because again, I have greased both of these things, so it shouldn't be difficult to kind of take them apart, but we'll see. So stay tuned. I'm gonna let this set and we'll be right back. Okay, so bowl has been in the fridge for a while and I have some updates. Update 1, the cooking spray didn't help at all. Update number 2, Chris very nicely put it in some hot water and it immediately just kind of came away from the sides. The hot water really was necessary. Number 3, adding too much coconut oil as we all knew would happen, was a little bit of an issue, just with more on the bottom than anywhere else. You can kind of see where it didn't fully, you know, come together. That was my fault. Actually, you know what? It should have been, I should have used like a candy melt. I think that would have worked a lot better. And then the last and final update is when I tried to turn it over, it entirely fell apart. So, yay! So, that was my disappointment of the day. Ooh, or maybe the pasta chips. Wasn't happy with how those turned out. But let me know in the comments if you've come across any recipes or hacks or anything like that on TikTok that we should try out next. Would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, check out these videos on the side in case you've missed any, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah. Can't believe this fell apart. Oh, it looks like I have a nice fortress though. That's fun. A crown? Oh my gosh, I'm the popcorn queen. Ta-da! It's very late at night. I need to go to bed. Good night, everyone.